Hey everybody, this is Calvin Waite. I trade crypto for a living. I'm not a registered or licensed financial advisor, planner, or broker, so nothing on this channel should be taken as a recommendation to buy or sell. I also trade all of these things, so I probably have a vested interest in there. But there's plenty of entertainment value and lots of education, so this will be awesome. For those of you who didn't know, my subscription channel is live. So look at the link in the description over at cryptoinfluencers.com and you can see how I make all of my trades and what I do and what I think about everything. This channel is for more hypothetical and looking at trends, and the other one is for actual trading, so you might be interested in that. Well, I hope everybody's doing good this afternoon. This morning I was doing my annual maintenance on my Maserati and doing some fun stuff. So I was busy messing around and didn't get to a video as early as I wanted to. But we still have 2 hours until this market closes for this day's candle. And boy, we had a good time yesterday talking on the live. That was really fun. I really enjoyed that. So we do that every Wednesday, and it is at let's see, 12:30 Mountain Time is the goal. So sometimes I'm just a few minutes late, just dropping kids off at school and whatnot. But so far, everything, it's been fun to do that every time, and more of you are catching up with me, so that's cool. All right, let's just take a quick look at Bitcoin. We've been watching to see a rejection off of our line, and boy did we get it. This definitely was the sweet spot. So after we blew through the 200, which was a shock to me, we definitely got some wicks up to our resistance line up at 21.6, and we do have candle bodies in the vicinity of our pre-FTX drop. That was 21.3. We haven't quite got that high. We're at 21, almost 2. But still, that's fine. This is so close on a $16,000, $17,000 asset that this is a double top of sorts. But yeah, I'm expecting a pullback of some kind. The very lowest would possibly be here, which I don't think that's it. I think the 200 is extremely possible and probably very strong support. And we could get as low as our bottom of our range, and this is the range that we've been watching for 6 or 7 months. So today being a green day, I know it makes you impatient, makes you excited because we've just had such a nice move, and the second we see any kind of green, it's hard to be impatient. It's hard to not jump all over that. But I'm definitely holding off, and I'm waiting for some kind of a drop. Our RSI is definitely, it helped a lot to have a red day. So before our first red day, we were at 88.65. We had almost a doji, and it brought us down 1 point. And then after yesterday's drop, we're at 78. Below 70 is kind of getting back into normal range again. So you don't have to move very far. You just have to move down a little bit or do an extended slow move down, and this will pull right back into normal range. And then anything that pops back up again is going to be way higher than where we are now. So we are priming for the next move up. We're kind of coiling for that, but as you all know, I am looking for a drop down to somewhere in here, just so that I can top off all of my longs and remove the short that I put in at the 200. So everything's looking pretty good. I've been watching the 4 hour pretty closely just today to watch this move play out. And what I said yesterday is that we were in this channel, this ascending channel, and whenever you break below a resistance, oftentimes you'll come up and tap it for confirmation. And this is pretty darn good. What I would do here is I'd probably move this to the very bottom of this candle here. this one should stay right close to these bodies here. So this is a very, very good line right here. This is definitely where this is, because we have a stop and a start on the other side of a significant support line to switch to resistance, and just making that tiny little adjustment, lining up this body as good as we can. I mean, it could technically go higher, but you can see how this barely tagged it perfectly. So we have a perfect flip to resistance off of this line. We also had a kind of up and down through the 20. And if you do one candle up and the second candle drops back down, if we close down here, so we still have 2 hours on this 4-hour candle, but this will be a resistance move off of the 20. So things are shaping up. I know we're above 21,000, and that's not too far away from where our highs were, but the shape of this under the hood is turning around a little bit. So I'm still stubborn enough to think that we're going down a little bit. And that's kind of the way I see this playing out right now. How far down we go, I'm not sure. So I know there's a lot of strength in this market. And so I don't know if the bulls will let it go very far before they get really hungry and start snatching this up. The Ethereum market is a little different shape, but this one closed a little closer to our daily low, and then we've muscled back up quite a bit. But if you go to the 4-hour, it's the same story. Look at that. We had a big candle to break through the 20. We kind of re-tagged it for resistance here, and then kind of pulled down, pulled back up, and then what did we just barely do? Of course, this is still open, so this isn't resolved yet. But we do have a wick right now that's hitting the 20 as resistance. So we've pulled back up, hit the resistance, and now we expect to fall. What puts the nail in the coffin is if we exit the green zone. So here's our 50 rising up. If we close below our 50, we'll be in a yellow zone, and that will spur a move to the downside. And I'm going to be licking my lips over a chance to get in down in here. 1400 is kind of my target. So where the 100 is moving up, that's a big line. But most importantly, we've got our 200-day moving average at around 14. So if I go back to the daily, you can see that right here. So if we can get down into here, that will be very, very nice. I don't think we're going to hit the 100. I mean, it would have to be pretty wild. But the very tip top of our wick here was, 1353. I don't think we'll drop that low. I think that's a little bit too low because our move, the 50% mark on our move here is like 13.8. Yeah. So our 200-week moving average is probably the final say here. This is probably the support that will not break. So that's just kind of the way I'm reading this. But yeah, with Bitcoin going up a bit, most of the alts have had a pretty decent day. Things are on the move. There's nothing to really strongly call out. No huge movers. The only one that had a decent one was this Venue, which I think is a small coin, which I don't think it's very significant. I've been watching SRM though, because this one is the one that we hit a triple on with the Pro channel, and if this thing starts ticking back up, I have my final exit order right up in here. It'd be so sweet to hit that. I'll show you all that trade in detail when we get there, if we tag that at some point soon. So other than that, it's a beautiful day. I'm waiting for that pullback. I know that the bears are weak, so whatever move we get is probably all we'll get. But I still think that things take time, and if we did just hop back up and start moving really quickly, I think we'd have a pretty quick rush back down to the downside. So if we can pick it up here and get good market structure, and then break this line, we will head straight to the 200-week moving average. We'll probably find resistance there, and it might take a move back down to 21.6. So there's really no reason to be impatient. We're going to see these levels again, but I am definitely watching this closely to see if I can manage an entry point down in here, because I think this will be one of the best chances for the next little while. So, all right, that's pretty much it for today. Didn't have too much to add. We had such a good discussion yesterday, but definitely watching this unfold, and we'll see if I'm right or not, and we'll just keep watching this day by day. It's a lot of fun. Okay, all right, everyone have an awesome afternoon, and we'll catch you tomorrow.